Welcome to the Daily Word. I greet you in the name and in the love and the peace of Jesus Christ. And for our daily word, I'd like to share with you just a bit from Mark chapter 2 and focusing in on verse 22 there, where Jesus says, "And no one puts new wine into old wine skins, for the wine would burst the wineskins, and the wine and the skins would both be lost. New wine calls for new wineskins." Now, at this time, Jesus is being questioned about the spiritual practices of his disciples. Why it is that they're not fasting, right? Engaging in this spiritual practice. And Jesus explains to them that the period of time while he is with them, it's the celebration of the bridegroom, who is Jesus, being there with them. So the bridegroom, he would have his guys, his wedding party with him, and as long as they were with him, there would be celebration, right, in preparation for the wedding. And so you wouldn't just call a fast and mourn and grieve before a wedding like that. That is just an inappropriate situation. And Jesus says, and anyway, you're looking at things all wrong. You're looking at things through the old way, the old wineskins, the old wine. And that was a way of talking about relating to God by means of the law, right? To live by the law. So we're talking about something that is imposed from the outside, and of course it's of God. There's nothing sinful about the law. It is good, right? It is good, but it is imposed from the outside, and it's about forcing ourselves by self-control to do what the law says. And spiritual practices under the law were things that we were commanded to do, we're supposed to do. They are an end in themselves. You're a religious person, you fast, you pray, you do this, right? But now Jesus says there is new wine. There is a new way, and that is not under the law, but under grace. That is to live by the Spirit, to live as one who is born again of the Spirit. Now, this isn't to say that the law no longer counts and that what we do doesn't matter and that we can sin with impunity. That's not what this is about. But instead of the law being something that is imposed from the outside, it is an inner principle that God is transforming us as he gives prophecy through the prophet Jeremiah in Jeremiah 31. The law would actually be written on our hearts. And so to live by the gospel, to live under grace and not under the law, means that spiritual practices like fasting, that they actually are not an end in themselves, that they are a means to an end. That really it is all about relationship. I would fast, I would pray, I would read the scriptures, not just so that I can say that I'm a good Christian and earn some sort of a medal. No. I would do those things to have more of Christ. It is my desire for him. It is my desire to know more of him in my life. It is my desire to live out the truth of the gospel more fully, that I am no longer my own, that I was bought at a price, and that the life I now live, I live by faith in Christ Jesus, right? And so I am concerned with the transformation of my heart. I am concerned with delighting Christ, with glorifying him. I am concerned with knowing the work of the new creation in my life, with being transformed so that my life more and more reflects the image of Christ. This, the scriptures tell us, is our confidence as we face the final judgment, that in this life we are like Jesus. We are actually being transformed. That is in our relationship with God through Jesus Christ. And so this new wine is the gospel, and it is gospel living. It is not to abolish the law. That's not what it's about. It is about the fulfillment of the law, which was a sort of a tutor. It was about ultimately showing us our need for grace, our need for divine intervention to forgive us, but not just that, to actually transform our lives. That ultimately, we could never live for God. We can never live for God apart from the grace, the power, the free and loving action, work of God in our lives. And so, we choose the new wine, the new wineskins. We choose to live according to the reality of the gospel. And thanks be to God for that. May we always seek after more of Jesus because He is everything, and we get to know Him. We get to know Him because of His cross, because of His gift of forgiveness at the sacrifice of His very life. Thanks be to God for that. So, until we get a chance to speak again, may God bless you and keep you.